An anonymous poster on 4chan claimed that he, while on a hike one day, experienced an anomaly that he can't explain. He claimed to be an electrical engineer, familiar with physics, but what he experienced, he said, seemed to break the laws of physics as he knew them. Not quite sure if this is paranormal, but I was hoping you guys would have some thoughts on this. I love to hike, but I've gotten lost a few times, so I bought a GPS. My family even bought me an antique compass as a gag gift one Christmas, because I have such a bad reputation for getting lost. Even still, I got lost next time, and the only GPS point I had saved was from a previous day, so I had to hike 5 extra miles to get to that previous spot, just so I could hike another 4 extra miles, following the road to get back to camp. It was only supposed to be a 5-mile hike in total. Anyway, from then on, I carry the compass on me at all times. I started using it to help myself build a better mental map of where I am. I'm terrible at navigation, but at least now I know approximately where I am. So I'm on one of my Mogollon hikes, and I sit down to rest. I noticed that north is way off from what I thought it was. By this point, I'd actually gotten pretty decent at telling which way was north, so this seemed kind of strange to me. I decided to double check with GPS, and sure enough, my gut was right. The compass wasn't pointing north anymore. So what's it pointing towards? Well, I start walking towards whatever is throwing the compass off. First thing I notice is that I have to walk really far. That seemed wrong. Now I suck at estimating distances, but it's anywhere from half a mile to a quarter mile of me just walking. I'm in college for electrical engineering, so I have a pretty good physics background, and in most circumstances, magnetic field strength decreases by the inverse square of the radius. So any magnetic field that can actually mess up a compass from a quarter mile away has got to have some crazy, wrath of God strength, or a geometry that doesn't make sense. Anyway, I follow the compass until it guides me to a giant rock. This thing is pretty huge. So I'm checking it out, trying to figure out what could be attracting my compass to this thing, but I have no idea. It genuinely couldn't be magnetism, but I have no idea what else it could be. While I'm looking over the rock, I find that there's a symbol that's been inscribed on it. I suck at drawing, but I've attached a picture. As you can see, it's something like a circle with a German-style cross in the middle, and something like a sun in the middle of the cross. And right in the middle of that sun is the name Bickley. There was all sorts of other writing too, but I just couldn't read it. It was too weathered. The rock was too large to move, and I can't figure out what's going on, so I just leave. I used my GPS to loop back. When I get back to my car, there are these 2 guys standing by it. They're holding guns. When they see me, they kind of smile. They make jokes about the year and model and make of my car, and also about the license plate. They're playing it off real smooth, but I feel threatened because they are obviously saying that they have my information. They say, "You really shouldn't come out here again. It's not safe." And they quoted something about Zion. So anyway, I got out of there and I haven't been anywhere near it since. Some Anons speculated that perhaps he had just run into some neo-Nazis who didn't want him around, but then he emphasized the weird physics of the whole situation. I just crunched some numbers. I said it was about a quarter-mile walk. Now, if we take that to be accurate, for this rock to be overriding the Earth's magnetic field for a quarter mile, it would have to be 1.5 million times stronger by the time that I actually approached it. Now, that number may not mean much to you, but that's about 50 Teslas. When you get magnets that strong, weird stuff starts to happen. Frogs float at 16 Teslas, for example. So you know that the laws of physics are gonna get weird there. You show me a ghost, and I'll grant you that there's a ghost. It doesn't bother me, but when things break the laws of physics like this, it just creeps me out. At this point, he received a response suggesting that the symbol might be that of the Knights of the Golden Circle, and he agreed that it seemed to be the same symbol that he saw upon the stone. However, the mystery remained. The Knights of the Golden Circle officially disbanded in 1883. And what does an anti-abolitionist group from over 100 years ago have to do with some apparent super magnet? And where exactly is this stone anyway? It was just a random hike I took while traveling along the Mogollon. I don't have coordinates, although it's in Unit 5A, if that means anything to you.